Keek on the mic, keek on the mic, keek on the mic, keek on the mic. People, this the intro. Sacramento, California, born and raised. In Antelope is where I spend most of my days. Talk bad about my team, you must be a clown. This is Keek on the mic, so you know you better bear down. Bear down.
Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Like always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you also follow me on all my social media platforms to stay connected with all Keek on the Mic news. So, Bears fans, after the Chicago Bears traded away the #1 overall pick to the Carolina Panthers and moved all the way down to #9 overall in the upcoming NFL draft, the big question now is, who are the Chicago Bears actually going to target at #9 overall in the upcoming NFL draft? And even though the Chicago Bears are now out of the running for guys like Will Anderson Jr. out of Alabama, they will still have a whole lot of options to add a quality player at #9 overall to make this football team a whole lot better. So today on the podcast, I wanted to come on here and give you guys 5 players that I feel that the Bears will target at #9 overall after trading down from #1 to #9. And like always, Bears fans, feel free to comment down below in the comment section and let me know how you feel about my 5 guys that I mentioned in today's video. And feel free to also give me some names that you feel like the Chicago Bears would target at #9 overall. And I do just want to let you guys know that the 5 guys that I'm about to list does not go in any particular order. These are just the 5 guys that come on top of my mind, the guys that I think the Chicago Bears will target if they do in fact stay at #9 overall in the upcoming 2023 NFL draft. So here we go. Starting at #1, I have Peter Skoronski, offensive tackle out of Northwestern. This is a guy that has come up a lot, especially after trading down with the Carolina Panthers. We all know that the Chicago Bears do have some massive needs on the offensive line, especially at the right tackle position. When you look at Peter Skoronski, he stands at 6'4", 294 pounds. He is probably the most NFL-ready offensive lineman in this draft class. When you look at him, he's an all-around great offensive lineman with the potential to be very good in the NFL. For starters, when you look at Peter Skoronski, he has a very impressive 3 years as a starter at Northwestern. I believe he's been a starter since his freshman year at Northwestern, so that is pretty impressive. So he has loads of experience. He has the perfect combination of athleticism and skill, and has proved that he is the best pass blocker in this draft, which I really like because the Bears desperately need offensive linemen that have not only have skill, not only have athleticism, but guys that can actually pass block so we can keep Justin Fields upright this season. Most people, when you look at him, when you talk to most people about Peter Skoronski, they view him as a guard because he does have limited range in his arms as a blocker. But personally, I would love to see him as the right tackle for the Chicago Bears. I would absolutely love the addition of a guy like Peter Skoronski to the Chicago Bears offensive line. I feel like he's a day 1 starter, and to make this move even better, Peter Skoronski has already came out saying that he would love to block for Justin Fields and that he would love to be a Chicago Bear. And Ryan Poles just mentioned in a recent press conference, when he was adding free agents, when he's adding guys to his roster, that's one of the things that he wants to know. Do you want to be a Chicago Bear? He wants guys on this roster that love being Bears. And this is a guy that would love to be a Chicago Bear, a guy that, to me, even as a rookie, would come in and make this offensive line a whole lot better, and a guy that would help keep Justin Fields upright for this upcoming season. So yes, I would absolutely love the addition of Peter Skoronski. Would you guys like the Bears to select Peter Skoronski, offensive tackle out of Northwestern, with the #9 overall pick? Let me know down below in the comment section. The #2 player on my list is offensive tackle out of Ohio State, Paris Johnson Jr. And Paris Johnson is definitely a fan favorite for Chicago Bears fans, especially considering after we traded down to #9 overall. I've seen a lot of Chicago Bears fans mock drafts, and every single Bears fans mock draft, most of the time you see Paris Johnson Jr. Being the pick for the Chicago Bears at #9 overall, and rightfully so. When you look at Paris Johnson, he is big. He's athletic, and he has sky high potential to be very good in the NFL. He is elite as a run blocker, and when you watch him as a run blocker, he has that nasty edge. He's trying to put people in the dirt, and I think when you combine that nasty edge and that athleticism, it definitely fits the mold of what Ryan Poles is looking for in offensive lineman. I would definitely like to see him develop more as a pass blocker, but I think that's a risk to take. I think that he does have room to grow as a pass blocker, but I feel like if you bring him in with our coaching staff, they would develop him into an elite pass blocker, going along with his elite ability to be a run blocker as well. I would absolutely love Paris Johnson to be a Chicago Bear. This is one of the guys that was talking very highly about Justin Fields. Obviously, they were teammates for a little bit at Ohio State. So I think that would be cool to see them back together in Chicago, and basically helping keep Justin Fields upright would be a cool story. But personally, if you were asking me today, after watching both of these guys play, watching their tape, watching their combines, whatever, if I had to choose between Paris Johnson Jr. Or Peter Skoronski out of Northwestern, I think I would choose Peter Skoronski out of Northwestern, because when you look at Skoronski, I feel like he has more experience, and I feel like he is a better pass blocker. And personally, if you ask me, I just feel like he is the better overall prospect. You guys can comment down below how you feel about what I just said there. But personally, I just think I think they can both start right now for offensive line, but I think I would give the edge to Peter Skoronski. So would you guys select Paris Johnson Jr. out of Ohio State with the number 9 overall selection? Let me know down below in the comment section. Bears fans, the number 3 player that I have on my list is edge rusher out of Clemson, and that is Myles Murphy. He stands at 6'5", 276 pounds. And when you look at a guy like Myles Murphy, outside of Will Anderson Jr. and Tyree Wilson, Myles Murphy is the most exciting prospect in this edge class. He has the size, he has the frame, and he has the length that you love when you're looking for a solid edge rusher. But when you look at Myles Murphy, and something that I really like about him, it's really his athleticism that really sets him apart. He has the build to play D end as well in the 4-3 scheme. That's what the Chicago Bears run. So he would definitely be a fit. But one other thing that I do like about Myles Murphy, he can play the edge, he could play inside as well. He has been successful at all those positions across the defensive line while playing for Clemson. So I feel like, considering that, I think that would be very intriguing for Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears to add someone like this to Matt Eberflus's defense. I know that we desperately need to continue to add to our defensive line. I know that offensive line is also a big need as well, but I can definitely see the Chicago Bears really focusing on the defensive line, especially early on in the draft. And Myles Murphy would make a whole lot of sense. I truly feel that when Myles Murphy gets to NFL, NFL tackles will have a tough time trying to block a guy with his type of size, his explosiveness, and his hand skills at the next level. This is a guy that I feel that can come in and start right away for the Chicago Bears defense and make this Chicago Bears defensive line a whole lot better. Would you guys like Myles Murphy at number 9 for the Chicago Bears? Let me know down below in the comment section. The number 4 player on my list is offensive tackle out of Georgia, Broderick Jones. He stands at 6'4", 315 pounds. And I know that I already mentioned Peter Skoronski and Paris Johnson Jr. When you look at a guy like Broderick Jones, he is the best athlete out of all offensive linemen in this draft class. When you look at a guy like Broderick Jones, he is very strong, has elite core strength. He is fast. He has a speed of a tight end, which is really intriguing. But the thing about Broderick Jones, comparing him to guys like Peter Skoronski or even Paris Johnson Jr., he still has a long way to go. He's very raw. I feel like he has all the physical tools, the nastiness, the athleticism to be a really good offensive tackle in the NFL. And I think the Chicago Bears would be really intrigued, maybe if they traded down from number 9. But I can definitely see them being intrigued at number 9 as well if he's the best player available. But he's still very raw. He needs to be developed as a pass blocker, as a run blocker. So it would definitely be a developmental piece. I'm not sure if he would be able to start right away. But when you look at his upside, it's sky high, Bears fans. And this is a guy that I would be really intrigued to taking a chance on, just because we desperately do need to upgrade the offensive line. And this is the type of guy that you want. And if you swing on a guy like Broderick Jones, it could be a huge risk, but it could also be a huge reward as well, because this is a guy that if he's developed the right way, he could be an absolute monster offensive lineman for years to come. So this is a guy that I'm really intrigued with just because of his athleticism, and this is the type of guy that Ryan Poles likes to add to his offensive line. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if the Bears targeted Broderick Jones out of Georgia. So Bears fans, would you guys be interested in selecting Broderick Jones, offensive tackle out of Georgia, with the number 9 overall selection in the upcoming 2023 NFL draft? Let me know down below in the comment section. The fifth and final guy on my list is edge rusher out of Georgia, and that is Nolan Smith. He stands at 6'3", 235 pounds. And Bears fans, I'll tell you firsthand here on the podcast today, I absolutely love Nolan Smith. If you are looking for a guy that just has raw athleticism and physicality, Nolan Smith is your guy. And let me just tell you a little bit about the combine that Nolan Smith had, because I was a big fan of Nolan Smith going into the combine, but what he was able to do at the combine was absolutely insane. He ran a 4.39 40-yard dash, which was the second fastest for edge rusher ever in NFL history, talking about the NFL Combine. He also set a combine record for edge rushers with a 41.5 vertical leap. So he just had a monster combine, definitely put him more on the map. I believe he's coming back from a pec tear. That's why he missed last season. But before that injury, he was the more highly talented edge rushers going into this year's draft. If he didn't have that injury, I could have definitely seen him maybe possibly as a top 5 pick. And that's just my personal opinion. But this is a guy that he showed his athleticism at the combine, he showed it at the pro day, but his athleticism also showed up on the tape. Plus he plays with so much physicality. And I know that Ryan Poles, Matt Eberflus love guys that play with athleticism. They play fast, they play physical, and that's everything that Nolan Smith is. He sets such a strong edge against the run. He's a violent tackler, and has the explosiveness to stun blockers to quickly set up and get into the backfield and get after the quarterback in a quick and in a hurry. So this is a guy that screams Chicago Bears fans. And this is the guy that I would love to see on the Chicago Bears. I feel like he would definitely set the edge presence that we desperately need. And it wouldn't surprise me at all if Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus are interested in selecting Nolan Smith out of Georgia with the number 9 overall selection in the 2023 NFL draft. Would you guys be okay with the Chicago Bears selecting Nolan Smith with the number 9 overall selection in the 2023 NFL draft? Let me know down below in the comment section. So those are the 5 guys I can see the Chicago Bears targeting at number 9 overall in the upcoming 2023 NFL draft. I also had some other names to keep an eye on in terms of who I can see the Bears possibly targeting with the number 9 overall pick, and that is edge Lucas Van Ness out of Iowa. Obviously, you can't forget about wide receiver Jackson Smith-Njigba out of Ohio State, and of course, defensive tackle Brian Breesy out of Clemson. Those are also guys to keep a close eye on as well. So this is going to be really intriguing, and you know, we all sit here and say that the Bears will pick at number 9 overall, but there's no guarantee that they may trade back again. I know there's been a lot of rumors saying that Ryan Poles may consider trading down again, gaining more draft capital, which is okay for me, because personally I think there's still going to be a lot of talent on the board. I mean, even if you trade down a couple more spots, but I can definitely see the Chicago Bears staying put at number 9 and getting a quality player to make this football team a whole lot better. So Bears fans, I just have a couple of questions for you guys before I end today's episode of Kick on the Mic. How do you guys feel about the 5 guys that I mentioned in today's video? And who do you guys want to see the Bears draft at number 9 overall in this upcoming NFL draft? Let me know down below in the comment section. Before I let you guys go, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. And make sure you share this episode of Kick on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, be back for all new Bears podcasts right here on Kick on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and bear down.
You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You can go and subscribe, cause